See that step down below? I was walking over the step and around here at night with no porch light. I was on the phone, noise cancellation headphones. I had expectations, nothing was going to be on this porch. I've been hanging out in the hammock over there and then sitting here at the chair, and I was walking back and forth on that step. I was talking to a client. I heard a noise, a rattle noise. I thought it was the neighbors making noise, and I turned right here, basically down from the step where the dog is, and I just looked at the front door, and I was like, what is that? What is that sound? And I heard the sound, I heard the words, rattlesnake, danger, run. That's all. I couldn't see the snake right here because of the shadow of the one step and the light coming through the house. But when I turned and looked at their front door, I heard those and saw those three words. And this cement step was shaking, and that rattle, it was so loud I couldn't figure out where it was. And I had expectations it wasn't going to be right here. And so when I saw and heard rattlesnake, I didn't see it because the shadow of the step right here, where the dog is, right here. And I was walking up and down, and I was over here and then back and forth. I've been, been doing that. I was on the porch for like an hour, just going back and forth, no big deal. I heard and saw those words. I didn't question it. And then I prayed that I will be able to leap from here to over here, far as I can, and exit that way to the side door. And I ran inside laughing, telling my husband, rattlesnake, rattlesnake. And he's like, what? And it was a rattlesnake, a big one. Did God help? Yes. Can God do miracles in your life? Yes, he can. He did for me, and I know he's done it for you before, if you know it or not. But me standing, walking around the snake, taking the ear, what is that? And expectations that there wouldn't be a rattlesnake back on the porch. Like there was one about 16 or 17 years ago. So of course I made a video of seeing it for the first time. One of us had to go. Okay, rattlesnake right there. So unfortunately, I felt really bad about the snake. He went to heaven. I told him about Jesus, the snake. Yes, it says go into the world and preach the good news to all creation. And that means snakes. And I knew he had to leave, and it was at night, and we didn't have a little place to put him. And even if we put him in the brush, he may come right back, because a year or two ago when we were clearing all this, there was a coral snake on here. So this little step, they like to, the warmth of it, evidently. So we have a lot of snakes. I'm okay with it. I'm just very grateful that God, I felt like it was Daniel in the lion's den situation where God closed the rattlesnake's fangs. As I was leaping, let's go back to the story. So as I was leaping onto the step, far as I can, I had a thought. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to be able to leap that far because I'm right next to him. I'm not going to make it, but I trust in you, God. And I leaped. And then I exit. That's a lot of lessons in this. Trusting in God, danger, expectations. You want to be danger. My porch. This is my door. I'm touching my door right now. So just imagine stepping back and forth and just enjoying being outside and helping someone and hearing that sound. And when you hear that sound, And to make it worse, my husband, we had a long hoe, and so I had to hold down the head while he took off the rattle. I may show that, may not. That's the story of miracles. Can God do a miracle in your life? Yes, He can. If I was standing here 2 or 3 steps from my front door, rattlesnake right there, and I was there, and I was going back and forth, I was going over him, I was going just do, and then I leap from here to over here, exit, made it through. So if I made it through, you can make it through, just so you're worthy for miracles to be in your life. And depend on God. When He says danger, or you see the word, or you feel in your gut, or whatever way He talks to you, listen and obey, even though you don't see it. I did not see that rattlesnake in the shadow, but I listened, obeyed, I lived. Praise God. And you live too, through Jesus. But that is the story of I'm paranoid. I'm looking.